When you're ready, ma'am.
So every year, a student takes the state standard exams that shows whether a student is qualified with the set standards for math and English at the grade level. In 2008, the Common Core state standard exam was pleased to come out for us with a master's degree to help us in not only our college, but also help us in our future careers. Which is why you guys should listen to me, because it's not only going to help you guys in the future, but it can help your younger ones that you guys might have who will take the state standard exam. Three things that you guys should listen to me, three things I will discuss about is that I'll discuss about the history of Common Core. Secondly, I'll discuss to you guys about the development of Common Core since it came out in 2008. And then thirdly, I'll discuss to you guys about the future of Common Core. You see, Common Core came out in 2008. It was presented by two nationwide groups. It was presented by the Council of Chief State Schools Officer and as well as the National Governor Association. 48 states as well were involved, 2 territories, the District of Columbia was involved, a governor as well, and they all created this and mastered it into making it the Common Core. You see, everyone's asking why they even made the Common Core. You see, the United States used to be ranked #1 in education out of the whole nationwide. Now, according to Mark Rice, Ranking America on January 9, 2015, it shows that the United States is now ranked in 14 out of 40 countries. And unfortunately, we have been figuring out exactly what is it that we're doing wrong. You know, we were top 1 and now we're in 14 out of 40 countries. And we have been like that under the top 10 for now over 5 years. So they started doing a little bit of research and trying to figure out exactly what it is. So the more detail they started looking at, they said, okay, let's start off with the students and teachers. Well, we can't blame the students or teachers for what they are learning. You see, the students are learning what the teachers are teaching them, and the teachers are teaching the students what they were taught and told to teach. So we can't blame either one of them. So then it started going a little bit more and figuring out how is it that other countries can actually find the right goal line, and how is it that they can rise up and be up in the rankings in the top 10. So unfortunately, the United States actually has a different ranking and a different achievement for every single state. So as you can see in my presentation, on the second slide, it shows that, for an example, you can see that in Oregon it might have, math might be a higher level than in English in order to pass that grade. And then in Tennessee it might be the other way around. It might be that English might be a higher grade of passing than it is in math. So if you think about it, we have 50 states in the United States, and then if you add that up, our goal line is not going to be balanced up together, so we're going to be off. So they started figuring out, let's see what can we do in order for it to make us achieve, in order for us to have the same goal line. So then that's why they created the Common Core. So the Common Core exam is now a master exam with higher education for our English and math, and it's supposed to be helping us for our college and also helping us making our decisions for the future. Now that I have discussed to you guys about the history of Common Core, now I'll discuss to you guys about the development since it came out in 2008. So Common Core came out in 2008, and the first state that actually adopted Common Core was Maryland. Other states as well have adopted Common Core, other countries as well, like for an example, Ireland adopted, there's some places in Italy that has adopted, so it is a nationwide exam that other people have adopted. But Maryland is actually ranked #1 and showing the most improvement out of the Common Core. It shows that they actually had 12% improvement in English and in math and for their grade levels. So it shows that they actually have been working. The exam is working than what they actually, other states are thinking they're not. Because not a lot of states want to adopt it, because the process that's going right now is a lot of teachers are going against it, saying that they do not have the right supplies, they don't have the right textbooks, like everything's online, like not everybody can afford computers. And so they came up now with an idea of making the books. So if you think about it, you see the good thing about the Common Core right now is that if every single state actually takes the same exam, everybody has the same worksheet, everybody has the same supplies that they have to do. Not every state's going to be differently. That's not extra money you have to spend. You see, according to the California education, it says that they spend only California spends $72 billion in their education. So if you think about it, you have 50 states out of there. You can see that every single state can save around, I want to say, like $12.1 billion. So with that $12.1 billion, we're actually able to afford to buy the Common Core books. Actually will help us pass exams, and as well we can develop our classrooms. When you develop our classrooms, we're going to have more professors and more teachers to actually teach it. So then that can actually open more doors for our unemployment, and that can actually help an unemployment rate that we're doing really bad right now. As well, we have had other professors from other countries that have been giving us feedbacks out of it, positive feedbacks as well. For an example, we have Heidi Hoos, who was an actual English teacher from Ireland. She says it's actually a very good thing that students are going back to the book and doing a little bit more base evidence and figuring out more why than what. It's not only going to help students with their education, but it's also going to help students with their communication skills. Another person that gave us a feedback is Sherry Morris. She is from Colorado. She's a science teacher in 2009. She said that as well, that it's actually a very good thing that students are now having a hands-on, more focusing on the textbooks and then looking more deep to it. It's not only going to be a challenge for the students, but it's also going to be a challenge for the teachers. But we will all have the same goal line. So, as you can see, a lot of people are actually most professors are looking forward to it. And it's going to be, from what we see so far, this only came out in 2008, so not a lot of states started adopting it right away because they were a little bit suspicious about it. So now that I have discussed to you guys about the development of Common Core, I will now discuss to you guys about the future of Common Core. So the future of Common Core, what it holds for us and what it's trying to hold for us is trying to help us. So for an example, if we ever go to a different country, like for example Ireland, Italy, we want to go to China, we'll all have the same amount of education, we'll all have that same mindset, and we'll all have the same amount of information that other countries have. You see, we sometimes feel like we're not that smart because, we come from the United States, and then, for example, China is higher rankings in education than we are. And so if we go to China, we're not going to be as smart as they are. And when they go here to the United States, they're going to look like geniuses. And so that's why they prevented the Common Core. So then that way, we're all balanced in every single country and every single state we want to go to. We're going to be on the same level. That is the goal of the Common Core is trying to do. You see, Morgan Myers, he's the president of the education. In 2009, he actually said that the only problem that we're having with the Common Core right now is that a bunch of professors are actually declining the Common Core. It is not only the students who put their efforts, but it's also the parents and the teachers. The more the teachers get involved in it, and the more the teachers find a way how to teach it and their own ways of teaching, it would actually help the students improve in their education, and it'll make the Common Core even more fun. Now that I have discussed to you guys about the history of Common Core, and I also have discussed to you guys about the development of Common Core, and as well you guys have discussed the future of Common Core, now you guys have a little bit more idea of what the Common Core is. You see, the future lands in our children, and I feel like if we actually start focusing on our children right now, we can improve in our educations and actually improve our state and our careers from this exam. And it's a little bit more hope in knowing that our country isn't as dumb as we all want to just say, oh, this is just the standards, we'll stick to it. We can improve and we can actually conquer other countries with our educations if we actually put our minds to it and art as well.